Sister Hong. Who would have thought this would end up being the July 2025 meme of the month? Y'all, this whole Sister Hong situation has TikTok, Red Note, and X in a total chokehold. If you've been online even a little, you've probably come across hashtags like Sister Hong or Red Uncle. So, who is Sister Hong? And how did this turn into the internet's latest obsession? Let's dive in because there are many layers to this scandal. A 38-year-old man from Nanjing, China, named Jiao, pretended to be a woman online, and not just for catfishing clout. At first, people thought he was a 60-year-old man, which already would have been wild enough. But nope, turns out he's 38 and has been posing as a woman to hook up with thousands of men and secretly recorded the whole thing. Yeah, not a fever dream. It actually happened. And it gets worse. He didn't just keep the videos for himself. He started a group chat where he sold them. Yep, he was charging 150 yuan, about 20 bucks, for access. According to him, he's had 1,691 hookups. 1,691. Bro wasn't just catfishing. He turned it into a business model, hustler of the year, but in the most disturbing way possible. And of course, the internet ran with it. Memes exploded. People couldn't believe the numbers, the setup, the deception. One user even joked, "This man's body count is higher than my phone battery percentage." It is just an extreme case of identity fraud and creepy voyeurism. This all blew up because it is so outrageous that it became impossible to ignore. Like, how do you even process a man pretending to be a woman, seducing nearly 1,700 people, recording it, and selling it like OnlyFans content, without any of them knowing? And trust, this wasn't some underground secret. People were actually joining his group to watch the content, which makes you wonder, who's really worse here? But that's not where the story ends. The deeper people dug, the more disturbing it got. Reports from Red Note revealed how Jiao pulled off the scam. He pretended to be a married woman on dating apps, and not just any woman. He played into a very specific fantasy, luring in men who were attracted to the idea of sneaking around with someone else's spouse. That angle, it worked way too well. And now, those fantasies are turning into real-life nightmares because some of the men featured in those leaked clips, they've been recognized by friends, by co-workers, by their own partners, and even parents. It all started unraveling earlier this month. On July 6th, police arrested Jiao after several of his victims recognized themselves in leaked footage that was circulating across Chinese platforms. It was spreading like wildfire. Close-up shots of faces, intimate clips, no censorship, no warning. And then the horror hit. One woman reportedly found her fiancé in a headshot. Another man, his mother recognized him, and she revealed he was a kindergarten English teacher. Imagine finding out like that. Even though authorities warned the public not to share or download the content, it was too late. The internet doesn't forget. The videos kept spreading, exposing even more men. Online sleuths were even digging up their social media profiles and matching them with leaked images. And just when you think it can't get worse, it does. There's now growing concern that some of the victims might have been exposed to serious health risks. According to online reports, at least 11 people are said to have tested positive for infections, though those claims are still unverified. But one thing's for sure, this isn't just a privacy issue anymore. It's a full-blown public health crisis. The Nanjing CDC quickly stepped in, offering free health screenings to anyone who believed they might have been exposed. They're urging people to come forward, get tested, and protect themselves. But they've also stated that, due to medical privacy laws, they can't confirm whether Jiao himself is infected with any contagious diseases, which honestly feels like a slap in the face to a lot of people. I mean, he didn't protect anyone's privacy. He recorded people without consent, sold their videos online, and now we're supposed to protect his medical records? Still, the authorities say their hands are tied by law, but they're not taking this lightly. According to China's criminal law, anyone who knowingly spreads infectious diseases through unprotected intimate contact can face 3 to 10 years in prison. And that's not all. Distributing obscene material, especially of this nature, can land someone in jail for up to 2 years. Plus, Jiao could be charged for violating privacy laws and personal image rights. Right now, he's staring down a mountain of legal trouble, and the more people come forward, the worse it might get. But this isn't just about one man and his crimes. You know what's absolutely insane? The fact that this man with just some heavy makeup, a wig, and a long skirt managed to lure in that many men. He wasn't doing anything high-tech or deepfake level. He literally just wore wigs, caked on makeup, faked a higher-pitched voice, and dressed like a woman. That's it, and it worked too well. Some of the guys, they knew. Like reports say, certain men realized midway that he was a cross-dressing man and still went through with it, not just once, multiple times. At this point, even women online started joking. We've got competition, and it's Sister Hong. Like, Imagine waking up one day and finding out your biggest rival in the dating game is a 38-year-old man in a wig who accepts peanut oil as payment. You simply cannot compete with that level of hustle. And yes, there was no cash involved. Zhao offered what he called free services, but in exchange for groceries. Not kidding, his clients, or I should say dates, brought over peanut oil, milk, fresh fruit, fish, watermelon, and even small kitchen appliances like he was running a weird barter-based version of OnlyFans. This wasn't just random dudes either. The victims reportedly included college students, young professionals, gym bros, and even some foreign nationals. One guy's wife actually saw his leaked headshot and filed for divorce. Some of the men were described by Chinese media as little fresh meat, slang for cute, young, well-groomed guys, or high-quality straight men. And that just made the internet spiral harder, because people started asking the obvious. Why didn't these high-quality straight men just turn around and leave when they saw the real Sister Hong? And well, that's when TikTok, especially Red Note TikTok, delivered the verdict. Not all men, but always a man. The comment sections were brutal, and just when you thought the chaos was over, boom, the Redgate banquet list drops. Yup, that's what netizens are now calling the unofficial exposure list of the men in the tapes. People online are compiling the names, the faces, the backgrounds. Some men are in full-on panic mode, deleting social media accounts and ghosting the internet entirely. It's like watching digital karma go speedrun. Meanwhile, local businesses are cashing in on the scandal. Wig sellers on Taobao and Red Note have started marketing age-reducing, man-attracting wigs, claiming they'll help you channel your inner Sister Hong and secure the bag, or at least some peanut oil. And then there's the Sister Hong's Guide to High-Quality Men that surfaced online. A step-by-step tutorial teaching other girls how to get top-tier boys. One of the steps literally reads, "No matter how handsome a boy is, he'll still eat junk food when he's hungry." That's the golden rule of seduction now? And just when you think the meme train's over, nope, someone made a Sister Hong-inspired Lego set. Yeah. You've got minifigures with skirts and watermelon. Internet has lost its mind. There are even comic books now. Comics quickly spiraled into a cultural storm. The Sister Hong scandal became a full-blown phenomenon. AI-generated edits flooded social media. People turned Zhao's style into fashion tutorials. Commercial retailers even jumped on the wave, selling essential items for attracting high-quality men, like it was some twisted cosplay. There was even an Instagram filter, the Sister Hong Filter Challenge, that placed you in a replica of his bedroom. Literal crime scene aesthetics turned into AR clout. Vietnamese stage plays featured him as a character. Toy mock-ups, fake skincare ads, drama posters, all AI, all viral. It's a circus. But for real, under all the humor and memes, people started asking harder questions. Some netizens argued that the incident exposed the sexual repression of Chinese men. That might explain why so many high-quality guys walked in, saw through the act, and still stayed. It's not just about deception anymore. It's about what men are willing to ignore for instant gratification. It's kinda depressing. Conversation about modern dating, masculinity, and how easily some men can be manipulated when lust overrides logic. If this whole situation was reversed, if a woman had secretly recorded hundreds of men and leaked the footage, the public would be tearing her to shreds. But here, some people are still calling Zhao a legend, a sigma, even a national treasure, which is insane when you remember this isn't a prank. It's a crime. But maybe that's the real reason this became a meme, because it's easier to laugh, to joke, to make Lego sets and comic books, than to sit with the uncomfortable truth that this whole thing is a reflection of something way darker. Still, one thing's for sure, it's not just a scandal, it's a public health scare. Let's be real, Zhao is now facing serious charges, not just for filming and distributing obscene material, but also for risking public health and violating privacy on a massive scale. So yeah, TikTok is eating it up, the memes are endless. Everyone has a take, and here's mine. I don't care if it's a man, a woman, or Sister Hong. No one deserves to have their privacy violated like this. But Zhao should absolutely be held accountable. Not just for what he did to those 1,000 plus men, but for the health risk he imposed. And the men who knowingly went to meet Sister Hong, some repeatedly, some while in relationships and married men, they're not off the hook either. They also played a role in risking their partner's health and broke their trust. Accountability shouldn't be one-sided. And here's the hardest truth to swallow. A lot of people want the cheaters to be exposed. They want names, faces, because it feels like justice. There are no clean heroes here, just a twisted mess of deceit, betrayal, and digital outrage. Let me know what you think. Did you already know about Sister Hong before this blew up? Or is this the first time you're hearing about it? And more importantly, what's your take on the whole situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm seriously curious. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay smart, and maybe double check who you're really meeting online.